Let's start with the TikTok topic. So what happened
Mm-hmm.
was last week Atik told me that there is this guy who reverse engineered TikTok and posted his findings on Reddit.
Yep.
So I was shocked that someone did this because reverse engineering an app is hard, and I'll come to the reasons why TikTok is very hard to reverse engineer, and we'll
Acha,
come to that.
Advait, just tell them what reverse engineering means, no?
Okay, what reverse engineering means is you'll go through the entire code written for TikTok and you figure out what they're doing, what data they're collecting, how they present you the data and everything.
It's like a hardware
So
tear
that is
down.
basically it.
You tear down the
Yeah.
code and you see.
It's like opening a laptop or
exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
It's like
And
opening
you
an
try
app.
to figure out what it is. So what a user named Bangalore, I don't know, Bangorlol. I don't know how to pronounce his name. We'll call him
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Yes.
Bangalore, fine.
So he
I-
reverse engineered TikTok and found out a lot of data collection practices. In short, his one-liner was TikTok is just an app. TikTok is just a front to collect large amounts of data about its users. So he
Nice.
named the app as a tool for collecting data and not for viewing short videos. Oh my god.
Damn.
And the other claim or question he answered was that when people ask you what's new about this, that Facebook, Google track our
Right.
data, have been tracking our data for ages.
Exactly.
And you'll be shocked to hear that they track nowhere close to the amount of data that TikTok is
does.
tracking. All this
That's right.
is coming from the post from that user, and he claims to have backed up, but there are some problems with that too. We'll come to that later. But let's to start with, let's see what's being collected.
Right.
And I kid you not, it is easier to list what is not being collected because they're
It's a
collecting
smaller
so much. Yeah. Basically, the thing is, if your phone provides an API to get some data, TikTok is using it.
What is an
That's the
API?
basic gist of it. Oh yeah, API. So
Because guys, you have to
When-
understand key in
Uh-huh.
this podcast, right?
yeah.
Advait is very software centric and I'm slightly more hardware centric. So I have no idea what he talks about
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I don't think most of the people will know. So API is basically a way to get data from the phone, so
Okay.
that you don't have to write all the code. Some Google and other manufacturers have already written that code. You just have to use that
so an
function
API
to
is
get the
essentially
data. Yeah.
so it's a program, right? That if you
It's
so
an interface.
it's an interface.
It's an interface.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you can call it to get the data instead of going to
Samjha.
the place where the data is.
I understand
originating.
that term, calling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So API stands for Application Programming Interface.
Interface, right.
It's an interface. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll list down what all they're collecting. First, the entire hardware information of your phone, everything, including the CPU type, the screen dimension, the memory usage, and all the hardware IDs. And hardware IDs are unique to each
Yeah,
component.
exactly.
They can't be.
You can't even give
replicated
them
or anything.
to strangers. हार्डवेयर आईडी
Yeah.
किसी को देना मत अपना हार्डवेयर आईडी, ठीक है?
Yeah, MAC addresses and everything.
Yeah, you can't give that.
The second point is they check all the installed apps on your phone. They make a list of all the installed apps and they will find out even the apps that you have deleted. So when apps are
What?
deleted, they leave some amount of data for
Fair
future.
enough.
If you download the app
Again, that's right. Yeah.
so they check all this data and see if you had downloaded the app. So the user got the list of all the installed apps via TikTok, and he found out some apps that he had deleted before, but they're there because of the data that they left behind.
Right. Damn.
So they are manually going through all the storage containers. The next is all the network information: your IP address, your MAC address, your Wi-Fi access point name, your router's MAC address. All this data is not needed by a
What
social
the heck?
networking app.
It's definitely
Then
not.
we haven't even reached the half of the list. The next is they'll check if your phone is jailbroken or rooted. I don't know why they need to check this. Maybe for their security reasons, but still, I don't trust them with this. Although there are protections in place that TikTok can't do unless you granted the root access. So that is there, but I don't think they have to check this. The next is GPS pinging. They track your location every 30
Location.
seconds. Every 30 seconds.
So whenever you open the app, right? Like when you are in app, it
Mhm.
tracks. कि ऐप से बाहर आने के बाद भी क्या सीन है? How do you? Because Google में permissions
So-
होते हैं, right?
Yeah, but the older phones, the newer phones, like the ones having Android 10, they have a
हाँ.
function allow only while using the app.
Right,
But
right,
the
they
older
have.
phones always allow it.
They don't.
Yeah.
हाँ, that's
So
right.
the newer phones have some kind of protection against it, although the older phones don't. And it is not clear if they are doing while you're not using the app, but that is likely the case because as soon as you open TikTok, you get location-based data.
हाँ, that's
The
right.
TikToks
Of course.
near you will be
Yeah.
more likely by
That's right, that's right.
watched. Then, so this is kind of a bit hard to explain,
Explain.
but when you upload a video to TikTok or Instagram, the video needs to be encoded in a form that it can be sent via the internet to the servers of TikTok and Instagram.
Is it,
The process is
um,
called encoding.
Is it called? Acha, is it what? Does the word ingestion have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it's kind of that, but the video you're trying to post, if it is of a huge size that cannot be sent via
That's
crappy
right.
network, the app will compress the
Compress
video
it.
and stuff.
Of course.
So TikTok set up a local server on your phone. It makes a local server
Okay.
for this process, for
Got it.
encoding whatever the data has to be sent.
Got it.
The server has no authentication, so it can be accessed from anywhere. So you're basically keeping a server
the
on your
heck?
phone that can be accessed from anywhere.
Nice.
Then, finally,
Acha,
and the most
acha, Advait,
dangerous kind of
what
go
is
ahead.
what are the implications of having a server on your phone and having it being open to the public, openly accessible? क्या उससे क्या होगा?
So if someone figures out that how to access the server, or if TikTok has to access it, they can just do it
From
There's nothing
China
stopping
or
them.
whatever their headquarters are?
anywhere in the world.
Oh.
Anywhere in the world.
Okay.
As long as they have the unique ID to the server, they can access it.
Samjha. And what permissions will that give them on our phone? How does it work? How is
If
it
you're
bad?
given TikTok the permission of storage and everything, they can view everything you want.
Oh. So
So you're
Acha.
basically
So if
creating
my
a
phone
backdoor into your own phone.
so that's all. Okay, fine. That's okay. Got it.
Yeah. And the last thing is they track your IMEI number
What?
of
What the
your
heck?
phone. Yeah. IMEI numbers are unique to every phone. Police uses them
Yeah. To track
to
criminals.
check your phone is
Yeah.
when it gets stolen.
Exactly.
And that's not even the bad part. There is another number called IMSI number, which is used to track you when you switch phones. So if you change your phone, the IMSI number between those two phones remains the same. It is with your SIM card or something like that.
Oh.
It comes with
Yeah.
your SIM card.
Okay.
So basically,
They
it
can
takes
track
that
you
number
across
so even
devices.
if you switch phones with the same SIM card, they can track you there too.
Nice.
The
Very nice.
final point came out of a research paper posted by Penetrum. For this episode, we'll have all the research papers I read and all the information and all the Reddit posts there. Except the final point, the IMEI and IMSI number, the other points were given by the user on Reddit,
Bangalore.
and he says he has reverse engineered it. Although he didn't post any concrete evidence of it.
He
There
hasn't
were
done that,
coding
right?
lines,
Right. उसने
Yeah.
बस ऐसा लिस्ट बना दिया है.
Yeah. And okay, I guess we can go to it, Abhi. Since we give a lot of negative points, this is a kind of shady positive point. There is little to no evidence being put forward, like this part of the code or this section of the app is doing this. Even the FBI and the Indian agency or the committee being put up to ban TikTok and everything for the privacy concerns has put little to no evidence there.
Okay.
And I couldn't find a reason to do that they did it. I don't know why they're not putting up any evidence, or there might be some legal implications to that or
That's
something
right.
like that.
That's right.
But a lot of people are banning TikTok. US is looking into banning TikTok.
Dude,
Amazon has instructed
holy shit,
their
yes.
employees to
Uninstall
remove
TikTok.
TikTok from their
Oh
workflow.
yeah, I read that.
Although they do say it was an error, but come on, it wasn't an error. This is
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
And
It's
another
bonkers.
company, I forgot its name, Walsbarg or something like that, a US company, they said their employees have to uninstall TikTok from the work phones.
Right.
So okay, there might be some legal action if they give out all the evidences or something like that. We don't
Right.
know for sure, but
Right.
all these organizations aren't stupid.
Yeah, that's right.
They have all the resources to check the apps, and they
True.
know if their data is being stolen or
True.
not.
True.
And they are very protective of their data,
Mm-hmm.
and just like we should be.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right. So essentially, all these
my
government bodies and private institutions taking action against TikTok is very justifiable. That's what Ajit's saying.
kind of justifiable. I mean, it is always good to be on the safer side.
is always
that's,
good.
That's the
Right.
thing that is coming.
That
with
they're
media.
following, that
Yeah,
they're
sure, you
huh.
can keep TikTok on your phone, but it is all about trust
Mm.
right now.
That's right.
So
Whew.
there was another paper, the Penetrum research paper, which came out,
Mm.
and I read that too.
Mm.
And it talks about TikTok's internet service provider, which is Alibaba, their internet service provider company.
Yeah, I heard of Alibaba,
And-
but I didn't know they give. I
Yeah.
didn't know they're an ISP.
They are everything, I guess. So
Oh shit. Fine.
TikToks. So we went through the privacy policy of Alibaba, the Penetrum research paper, guys, and they had a link to it, and I read it.
Alright.
And the policy clearly states that they can harvest and share your data with third-party vendors and business partners. Sorry.
God. Man.
So
That's
this is एक step ऊपर उसके, like not just saying the TikTok privacy policy and shady practices, it is going one step above. And just in case you're wondering, all your data goes through their ISP for obvious reasons. ISP is internet service provider.
Yes.
So that's how TikTok gets in.
So essentially, Alibaba, who is the internet provider of TikTok, they have openly stated that whatever information goes through their servers or goes through their internet, which is your data, by the way, whatever data that goes to the servers, they can share it with anybody, they can sell it to anybody. That's in their terms and conditions. That's in their privacy policy.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
the research paper had two more points. The application logs sensitive information about you, such as your device ID and everything,
Okay.
which shouldn't be done.
No, yeah, that's right.
And the other thing that came out is in 2019 July, exactly 1 year before this. I don't know about the exact date, but approximately 1 year before this, Alibaba was forced to shut down its servers because their around 900 gigabytes of data was visible to cyber criminals for a period of 15 days.
What the heck? 15 days?
Yeah.
15
15 days.
Dude, I can understand 15 hours. Okay, I can understand. 15 days.
I mean, that's
Wait,
not
so
that's not something you should tolerate, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing is, when something like this happens, right? The people, the technical people know instantly. ठीक है? उन लोगों
हाँ.
को instantly पता
And
चल जाता है
then
कि there's something wrong. 15 days. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's not even
God.
the scarier leak. There was one more leak
What the heck?
in TikTok. So, when TikTok communicates with its servers, and we all know that HTTPS should be used. While going to every website, we check if there is the HTTPS and the log mark.
S matlab,
TikTok
what's the
didn't use
difference? Does it mean secure?
Okay, so yeah, the S stands for secure. It's
Okay.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and then S is for the secure.
Okay, fine.
TikTok for almost till the last year or some time ago, it used the HTTP version,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
not secure.
Yeah, I think I
So
read this
basically, all your email addresses, your birthdays, your real names, and your secondary email addresses used to reset your TikTok account's password were visible to anyone
also. Capable of.
who could do a man-in-the-middle attack.
Yeah.
So basically, a man-in-the-middle attack is, this is you, this is TikTok, you're trying to send your data there, but there is a third person sitting here who will take your data, send it to TikTok, but also store that data.
Right.
So basically, they can view it too.
Nice. Great. Amazing. TikTok lovers, top notch content right here.
I mean,
Oh my god. This is crazy.
what is
Every-
this app? If I hadn't done that research, I wouldn't have known this stuff, and
Yeah.
that just proves that how little information is there floating around, and people aren't willing to look for it. It's
True.
just because I did,
True.
I figured it out.
That's right. Even I
But-
had TikTok installed just because my friend used to send me really good TikToks, right? So the thing is,
Yeah.
Indian TikTok is it's difficult to find
Cringy,
good.
but the
Yeah, it's difficult to find good
but the
content, right?
foreign TikToks are really good.
That's right. So I did not want to do all that mehnat, right? So I relied on my friend. So my friend surfs TikTok all day. उसको Koreans देखने से कोई problem, मेरे को बहुत problem है, ठीक है? So he does it all day, and the good ones he sent to me. So I just used to watch the good ones, right? And I had it installed just for that reason. Okay, Aditya, shout out to Aditya. I love you, man. Thank you so much. But and as soon as TikTok got banned, I uninstalled it immediately because I was like, there's something wrong with this app. Definitely there's something wrong. And then a few hours later, I chanced upon this Reddit
Yeah.
post. And I was like,
Reddit.
what the heck is going on? That's absolute bonkers. It's crazy.
And a final note that the user gave on the forum post that he did, I'll quote him. For what it's worth, I have reverse engineered Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter apps. They don't collect anywhere near the same amount of data that TikTok
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And they sure as hell aren't outright trying to hide exactly what's being sent like TikTok.
That's right.
It's like comparing a cup of water to an ocean. They just don't compare. These are his words.
Yeah. It was at the bottom of the post.
And we'll come to the heighting of the part in a little bit. So